Tickets for the green industry's largest trade show and event, Equip Expo 2023, are now on sale. Brian has arranged a way to help you save 50% on registration for you and your entire team. Simply use promo code Brian at checkout to save half off, and we'll see you this October, the 17th through the 20th in Louisville, Kentucky. We'll also provide you a special link in the show description.
You're now listening to the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast. Straightforward, no nonsense business advice. Completely unfiltered. Grow your business. Grow your life. Now, here's your host, Brian Fullerton.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast. It is your host, Brian Fullerton, here, hanging with you guys, and good morning. Well, super excited about having another great Power Pack lineup and show for you guys this Wednesday to keep the motivation going. Hope your guys' spring is going well. Hopefully the weather is cooperating and you guys are able to, get some work done. We have been mowing and growing like crazy, new accounts left and right. Busy, busy, busy. And I know I share that sentiment. I know a lot of you guys share that sentiment. And with our guest in-person studio today, we got Adam Fullerton. I'm sure you are sharing that sentiment as well. What's up, brother?
Hey, how's it going? Good to be on again.
Yeah, how's new clients, new work, branded bull? Things are blowing up.
Things are going well. We're staying absolutely busy, swamped, you could say. And actually, the results that people are seeing from the work we're doing is amazing. We've got review after review after review of people saying, hey, this is amazing. You guys are awesome to work with. I've got more leads than I know what to do with. I've got more leads in the last 30 days, more leads in the last 60 days. And everybody's saying, this stuff has paid for itself 10 times over within 1 month.
Well, you can buy fake reviews though, Adam. Everybody knows that.
Hey, they're on Google. Go read them. I mean,
you can buy fake
these are your followers. These are your followers. You buy your followers? Is that what you're saying?
No, you can do that. I know a lot of people that have and do, and I've got the receipts to show it. But I just like everybody does their own thing, man. Who cares? God bless them, But Brandon Bull, for you guys that don't know, when I say, hey, what's up, brother? Actually, Adam's my brother.
True story.
Yeah, that's what we're told, at least. Waiting for the fact check. I mean, it's pretty undeniable. I tried for a decade or two saying that you were adopted, and then you said maybe you're the adopted one, and I said, you know what? I'll take that out all day long because our family is ridiculous. But nonetheless, it's been a wild couple of I guess maybe you're probably coming up on 6 months since you made my website.
Yeah, I would say so. What we do?
Because October.
Yeah. Do the math. So 5-6 months, whatever it is.
October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. That's 8 months.
There you go.
Holy cow.
And yours has been going okay?
Things have been really, really good. We're getting about 20 leads. I've got 20 leads already this month from the submission form.
Nice.
You get like out of 500 a month or whatever I get access to. So I'd say probably about one out of every, I'd have to say this month so far, we've got 3 good leads, 2 new residential, 1 commercial lead. I mean, I've gotten 20, 25, like I said, 20 leads, but to actually turn into real customers that I after they're not in my area or they want landscaping, or I had one guy, he's like, I need my lawn mowed. It's 2 acres. I need it mowed every 3 weeks. And it's 15 minutes from me. And I'm like, dude, you don't qualify 3 different ways. You know what I mean? We do weekly mowing in the subdivisions that I'm already in the town I'm already in. But we did get 1 or 2 leads from the website in the subdivisions I already do work in, which are perfect, ideal customers. And we had 2 people sign up for that.
Well, imagine that though. And here's the thing, the website is built. So, everybody pays hosting. We all have to have our website up and running. And so that minimal or nominal amount each year is it's peanuts in comparison to what you're going to get in the next, let's say, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Well, that's the crazy part.
So one of I think Caleb Brittany Allman, I think Brittany reached out to you, didn't she?
Yeah, we had a great conversation with her just this past Wednesday, Thursday.
That's cool. Low key. Shout out to them. Hopefully they pull the trigger, whatever. That's awesome. But they were saying, what was their line? They said the other day on the podcast. I don't know if you happen to hear the Kid Contractor podcast episode, but they said, our website looks great, but is it the business that we want to be? Mm-hmm. Like where we want to be in a few years or to grow into? And I thought that was a really good line because I was in the exact same boat. I said, I didn't have a web presence. I didn't want a web presence, but I was trying to get more commercial stuff, more HOAs, more snow. And that's where our business is just skating to where the puck is going to go. And I said, well, if I want that work, I got to look the part. So it's like the chicken or the egg, right? And so I said, well, we need to get a web presence. I don't mind getting a couple new residentials. Again, we're really hyper targeting growth there. So we're really thickening things in with route density. 2 are in 1 sub that we already have like 6 or 7 in that we wanted to continue to get some more route density in. And then one was literally across the street from a house that we already did, which is even better. Commercial wise, we're getting a bunch of leads that way. And that's where our company, long term, I really love Logan Manning with Earth Advocate down in Columbus, Ohio. He's been moving to a lot of commercial work, a lot of HOA work. That's what I want to do as well. I love the residential work to pay payroll, but I like the larger upside that we can get and keep the guys moving and get big volume accounts with commercial and HOAs, including salt and snow services, right? So that's really where I'm excited about our website now. And I love what Brittany said, because she's like, hey, like our website's good now, but is it presenting or projecting the image of the business that we want to be tomorrow, a year from now, 5 years from now? So that's why I guess they're looking at a potential, not rebrand, but just a refresh.
Well, and I think it fits into what a brand is, though. I mean, you look at your logo, you look at your social media, you look at your website. These are all pieces of the puzzle in terms of marketing your business.
Sure.
And you want them to look the part. You want them to, we always like to say, think of where you want to go or be, and then work backwards.
All the time.
If you want to be, getting commercial clients for, and I don't know what it costs, maybe, it's a $10,000, $20,000 client.
Yeah.
You have to look like you can handle a $10,000 or $20,000 client, because when they go out and look for companies that can service them, and they see something that's maybe 5 years old and it's still, a picture of you and just your mower, maybe you have a whole crew now.
Yeah.
They're not going to call you. They're going to say, oh, it's just one guy in his mower. We need something a little bit more significant or substantial, and missed opportunity. So you have to think about all of the different avenues that companies, especially commercial clients, can find your business and what it looks like and how it's represented.
And you will attract like kind. I mean, for sure, water sinks to its own level. So if you're trying to get $100,000 landscape jobs, or if you go, how do guys get these bigger jobs? Like my phone, I always get these $1,000 and $5,000 jobs or $10,000 jobs, or I keep getting residential customers, or like the trailer park lawns. Like, I mean, you're going to attract like kind. I mean, it's not bad. It's not good. It's not evil. It's just marketing's very, very fair. Whoever tries the hardest and is the most intentional with it and has a game plan to go with that wins. It's not rocket science. And nonetheless, if you want these $100,000 landscape jobs, $500,000 landscape, hardscape jobs, $1 million landscape installs. Can you imagine doing $1 million landscape backyard?
And the only way you're going to get that is to either know the person or the company directly.
Yeah.
Or you need to know someone who knows somebody, or they're going to go to the internet and they're going to find somebody. And if you don't look the part, they can't find you. You can't get the job, period.
Right. Yeah, you can't fake it to the next level in terms of your web presence or your marketing.
No, it's exactly. Once you see it, it's like, oh, that's what it is. Or you have none, and you're like, yeah, I mean, it's in the works.
Yeah.
But is it?
Yeah, no, I gave you a couple leads of other people. I said, hey, you need to reach out to these people. Their website is, it's good, but it's not at the level of what I would expect, right? And don't give any names away, but anyway,
sure.
But I said, those are some good leads, just some websites that I use, some services that I've been looking at. I'm like, great website, a good website, but it needs to be a great website.
Well, I think it comes down to understanding what your customer's looking for. And having a website, this is where you get into the discussion of, is something better than nothing? Well, most times I would say something is better than nothing, unless that thing that you have is not representing your business and actually pushes people away. Then you get into the world of, well, you certainly have a presence, but is it
a good presence?
Is it the right presence? Because it only takes one bad impression to make someone never work with you again. So if someone goes and sees your website, your logo, or something, they say, okay, this is definitely not the company for me, they might never look at you again.
Right. Sure.
Remember that. So it's not about what are you going to gain, but what are you going to potentially lose if they have that one bad interaction. And then you say, well, okay, well, they're, again, never going to work with you. And so it's just about understanding what marketing is, understanding what branding is, the power of it, the return on investment over years and years and years, and how it pays for itself tenfold, and why, in my opinion, the best time to do it is now, instead of saying, yeah, I'll get to it next year. Okay. I mean, you'll never know what you miss out on, is all I can say.
Right.
So
that's good.
Hopefully that makes sense.
No, 100%. Well, that's what we're going to be talking about today's podcast, guys. I know we both talk fast. We're both up here. We're both going 100 miles an hour. Adam's, going crazy, helping you guys grow your websites, build your websites, SEOs. Lauren's his co-partner and co-founder. They're doing great together. Logo design, graphic design. If you guys need a website, if you guys need web presence, if you guys need all the above, and you guys are struggling out there to figure out who is your go-to, Adam is my brother, but nonetheless, nonetheless, he's building his own thing, his own brand, and he's doing an amazing job at it. I built or bought, I should say, my website. Like I said, gosh, almost probably 9 months ago we started the conversation. Then I guess
let's call it 9 months.
And I'm like, oh my god, holy cow! It's crazy how fast a year goes. Go figure. But I paid for my own website. I said I was like your test pilot for the lawn care niche. You'd already built a couple websites. Outside of that, you had just did a soft launch with Brandon Bull, and I was over at your house one day, I think, and I said, what have you been working on? And I said, can you build? We were at the island, and I said, can you just build me a website? You're like, yeah, sure. I'm like, you'll be my first lawn care one. I said, send it, dude. So any which way, let's do this really quick. We're going to hear from today's show sponsors. We're going to hear from today's announcements. We're going to make sure that we can pay for the show, make sure we can pay for Marty, Mr. Producer. And we're building the house. We're building the barn. We got a lot of stuff going on. So I got to make sure I pay the bills. Nothing is a nonprofit at this point in my life. One day I'll get there, but for right now, everything is still for profit. So we're going to take a quick commercial break here from today's show sponsors. And we're going to talk a little bit more about marketing, branding, advertising, and different strategies you guys can use to grow your lawn and landscaping company in 2023 and beyond. Let's check it out.
When it comes to running a lawn and landscape business, there's always something to worry about. Are my drivers and crews doing their job? Are my clients happy? Are my trucks and machines safe? How can I make more money? Where can I save some money? With GPS Track It, you don't have to worry about it, because our software gives you a level of clarity and control over your business that you've never had. From real-time vehicle and asset tracking and optimized routing to efficiency reports and more, reach your fullest business potential. Call 866-845-1410 or visit gpstrackit.com/BrianLM to get started. That phone number and special link are in the show description. GPS Track It.
All right, Adam. Well, we are diving back into it. And by the way, if you guys are new to the show, welcome to the jungle. We just want to say a quick welcome. And if you guys are new here, it's all about lawns, lessons, life. And in 2023, the podcast, it is real, authentic lawn care. We're helping you guys grow real companies, real business, have real success. And nothing here that we're sharing is theory. Nothing, no way, shape, or form. We want to make sure that you guys know that we have a lawn and landscaping company up here in Metro Detroit, Michigan. We might hit around $400,000 in revenue this year, which is pretty crazy for us not, quote unquote, super trying so hard right now, because we are like very choosy and picky. But I told Liz, I'm like, hey, I'm itching to go to $1 million. But I said, right, and then, 2 to 5 million. But I said, right now, the baby, the house, the barn, we've got some other announcements coming down the pike in about 60 days, which is going to just be a complete left-hand turn for our life yet again.
Liz pregnant again?
No. That takes about 8 weeks. Okay. It's like get like when you got a cat and you got the little squirt bottle. It's like get off the counter. It's like the same thing with me. Like leave her alone. Leave her. Or you get the penny in a jar.
Yeah, it's too much information. But sure.
Basically, just squirt. Leave her alone. Let her recover. But yeah, by the way, we do have the little baby crew that was born about a week ago. I'm still trying to get Liz on the show. That might be Friday's episode. We'll see what we can get access to. It's tough right now because like one baby's like doing good and then the other baby's like having a meltdown, and then vice versa. Like you get one baby taken care of and Liz is feeding, and then the other baby goes nuclear, and it's just it's just chaos right now.
There's no chance.
There's like, it's like you're treading water and there's just a wave smashes you. You're treading water, a wave smashes you, and we're just like, it's been an exciting 10 days. But Liz is doing amazing. I can't even describe how happy and how proud of her I am. She still let me go hard with trying to run the social media business, run the landscaping company. It's a lot, man. It's a lot. And then I'm trying to get to the job site, look over the shoulder of all the contractors, make sure that our superintendent is doing good. Just trying to, not like I know what I'm doing, but just make sure everybody good? Like, does anybody need a water? Like,
we still got to make sure that the operation is going.
Yeah. I mean, we're still spinning a bunch of plates, and it is wild. So, but like I said, let's go back to Brandon Bull. Let's talk about marketing and advertising strategies. We can talk websites. We can go in pretty much any different direction, but let me kick it to you, Adam. What are you seeing work out there right now? Talk to me about the last couple of websites that you guys have built and launched. We don't have any notes here. We're just kind of hanging out here on the weekend. You guys are over visiting and seeing the new baby, which is really cool. But I said, Adam, it's been like 2 months since we had you back on the show, and I want to get some updates. But who's making it happen out there, man? What's some new websites? What are people doing out there that's working? And give me some success stories.
Well, the funny thing to me is that we've gotten such a, let's call it an array of different people reaching out to us that are not even in the lawn care landscaping industry, which means you your reach is further than you probably realize.
Oh,
You've
okay.
had so many different people that say, yeah, I don't do lawn, I don't do landscaping, but I do X, Y, and Z, and I just listen to Brian's podcast. Because I think
wow.
a lot of your messaging carries over to different industries, especially,
Yeah.
service related, small business, operators who might not do lawn and landscaping, but do something else. And the principles still apply.
Small business success is small business success.
Right.
Like lawn care or otherwise.
They
Like,
got a shovel, you've got a lawnmower.
Yeah.
The idea is the same, though, in terms of what you're trying to accomplish and the lessons and the principles and whatnot. So to answer your question, we've had so many different people reach out in different industries, which is awesome because for us, it's new opportunity to figure out how do we help people in other industries. And for us, it's a learning experience. No different than everybody listening to this podcast. Every single day is a new opportunity to learn something different. And we look in different industries. We look at what competitors are doing and we say, makes sense. We can do better. And ultimately, we're trying to help all the listeners out there elevate their business. And don't look at their competitor and say, oh, they're so much better than me. They're just better in X, Y, and Z way. And like, no, how about you become that?
Right.
We will help you get to that point. You don't know how to do it. We've been doing this combined for over 40 years between Lauren and I for larger businesses. Hey, we're happy to help you and teach you how to get to where you're trying to go. And then, a lot of questions are like, well, what is SEO? How does a website help me? How do I do Google advertising? We're happy to help. We're happy to run the campaigns for you. We're happy to build the site, do the logo. We're happy to do what the bigger businesses do, which is don't sit there and just spin your wheels. Get it done and use those resources that you have access to help you get to where you want to go. So expedite the process. So again, we've had so many different conversations. They're all amazing. And we are now getting into the world of also for ourselves as a small business, trying to take it to the next level. So trying to do bigger and bigger and bigger websites, bigger and bigger, more robust logos, things of that nature, so that like anybody else, we can take it to the next level as well, because we are on a mission. We are on the ship. We know the direction we're going. And like you said earlier, you kind of do this, you do that, but ultimately it's all progress. It's all work towards where we're trying to get to, which is our end point. So again, hopefully that makes sense. But ultimately, it's amazing to watch so many different small business owners reach out to us and just say, hey, I'm trying to grow my business. How can you help me?
Right.
And then comes 21 questions. Well, of course we can. It's just, what is the right way of doing it? And that's to your original question, marketing strategy, branding strategy. What is the right solution? It's truly customizable, or it's truly, it's not a one size fits all. Depends on where you are, what's your budget, what's your demographic, how big is your operation?
Sure.
So there's tons of questions.
Let me ask you this. In like 2 sentences or less, let's do a little rapid fire. Like you're a marketing and SEO expert here. If I said if I said, here's what I'm going to tee up to you, then I'm going to give you my definition and then give me your definition.
Sure.
So the word marketing, Greg Wittstock, he's my go-to guy. He said, marketing is the getting and keeping of customers. Period. That's it. Marketing is the getting and keeping of customers. What does marketing mean to you guys?
Marketing to me personally is actually more along the lines of identifying a demographic of individuals who need something, and you're there to deliver on that something.
Ooh, like servicing wants and needs.
Well, you have to, marketing is in essence, what is a market? You're trying to find a group of individuals or businesses or whoever that needs something. You're identifying a market. How you service them is just business. That's operations. So you're trying to deliver on that market's needs. The difference is when you start communicating them to them, that's called advertising.
Yeah. Well, okay. So that's what so can you market to a market?
Absolutely. I mean, realistically, it's so funny because in my past experience and what the businesses I've been a part of, it's always, marketing is this general term, and it's this large group of people within a business.
I do marketing.
Everybody does marketing.
It's like I have a business degree.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
I'm an engineer,
but it's not real marketing. You're like, you run social media. Well, is that marketing? Sure, to a degree, but there's also advertising. And so I think people confuse the difference between marketing and advertising, and it doesn't really matter ultimately the difference between them. But my definition is marketing is trying to find a group of people who need something that you sell or have, and therefore trying to connect with them.
That's all. And then when we talked about advertising is the avenue or the approach of how we're going to target that market.
Absolutely. And then the medium in which you communicate to them would be, well, that could be through social media, that could be through Google Ads, that could be through
postcards.
Exactly. It could
yard
be through
signs.
a bunch of different things.
Right. So when you guys are talking about marketing and you guys are talking about advertising, we're talking about getting new customers. We're talking about through your avenue, which is websites.
Yep.
What do you find is the best way to have a marketing strategy and advertising strategy with somebody's website? Like what's working? What do people not have that's not making the phone to call? And what's the marketing or avenue strategy with your guys' website that gets the customer to call?
Well, I think you have to understand that marketing is typically, it's more passive, if that makes sense. And hopefully it does in a minute, but you're not aggressively going out there and getting in front of people's eyes. So marketing is someone is trying to find something or they're searching and they come across you and they say, oh, this is actually something I'm looking for. Perfect. I found this company's website, for example, versus advertising is really aggressive in your face. I want to disrupt your day and get in front of you. That's advertising to me.
That's cool.
So when it comes to marketing is very much long game. Advertising is very short term or I need customers tomorrow. Don't market, advertise.
Okay.
Get in front of people through, various different mediums. Marketing is, to me, laying the foundation of the different things you're going to put out into the market, and it's going to help spread the message that you are a business doing X, Y, and Z. And over the course of years, it's going to help kind of raise your presence, let's call it, throughout the market that you're servicing or you're doing business in. So ultimately, when it comes to a website, we tell people, hey, like you don't turn a website on and you get rich overnight.
Right.
But you need to have it because the people searching for you are going to stumble across that website if everything goes to plan, and you're going to get leads and hopefully generate customers as a result. But a lot of people come to us and say, well, I need customers like immediately. Well, yeah, website works, but our recommendation to you would be to advertise, because then put your money into getting customers immediately versus putting your money into something that is going to be a little bit more in the background, a little bit more passive. So it's a combination of understanding what you're trying to do, what your timelines are, what your budget is, and ultimately you should be doing both. You should be marketing and building that foundation, but you should also be advertising to get in front of people quicker. So that's the way I see marketing, as kind of that background, foundational building the frame, let's call it the foundation. Advertising is just getting in front of people very quickly and disrupting their day.
So let me ask you this, like the McDonald's billboards that we see along the side of the highway, they say like the average person eats at McDonald's once. It's like literally once every like 11 days or 20 days or whatever it is, right? For some of us, maybe a couple more times, a little bit more frequency, right? Those hot fries are a bastard, I don't know about McDonald's Cokes. They just taste different, by the way, like a cold iced out, because I guess they chill the CO2. So it's not like they just chill the pop at the ice machine. Like the whole line is chilled.
Sure, they figured something out.
But it's a crack. Like in a Wendy's Coke is so like the same thing. It's different. It just hits different. It slaps different. It slaps.
This is not my area of expertise, so I'll take your word for it.
Listen, Mr. CrossFit, relax, okay? Everybody can, pig out on a McDonald's French fry once in a while. So, but why do they still have the signs outside on the billboard on the side of the highway? It's not like you haven't heard of McDonald's.
Yep.
So, and if the average person's been there 11 days or 28 days or whatever it is, right?
Yep.
Why are they still advertising on the billboards?
It's called out of sight, out of mind. If you don't think about it, you don't know. If you don't know it's there, you don't think about it, then you're never going to go visit one of them. But here's the thing: marketing versus advertising. McDonald's has established itself as, whether it's good for you or not, it's tasty. We can all probably agree, or most of us agree, it's tasty. And so over the course of decades and decades and decades, they've marketed themselves and they've established themselves so that people think of them when they think of food, or at least fast food, and they're out driving around. But that's great. But you have a bunch of competitors as well. And so really the advertising piece of it is, hey, billboard here at a high traffic spot or on a highway, now I'm in front of you. And
with a small incentive, potentially like 2 Frosties, or I guess that's Wendy's, but 2, I don't even know.
Whatever incentives it needs, whatever $1 shake, $1 fries, whatever it is.
Any soda, $1.
Because that's the thing is, people might be hungry, but if you're not advertising in front of them, like the billboard, let's call it in this scenario, then you might not have thought about them. You might have thought about Taco Bell or anybody else. And your listeners have to understand that same principle applies to them. They might say, I need a lawn care guy. Okay, well, you can let them kind of search, and you want to be there for when they do that search, or you can proactively target them through advertising, no different than McDonald's does.
So have your Google My Business listing in your website for when they're deciding to market or when they're deciding to do research on their time.
Yep.
Right? Maybe they're like, man, I'm sick and tired of all these pesky weeds, or the mosquitoes are out, or the lawn's getting a little tall, or I hate my last guy, one of those deals.
Yep.
And then they're actively searching, but it's your marketing that's passively just out there. But then advertising is, like you said, running a Facebook ad and an AdSense, not AdSense, but a Google ad.
Yep.
Google ad and saying, tired of your lawn service, give us a try.
Exactly.
Right. So and by the way, if you just passively wait for your business success, how mature does that sound? I'm going to say this, I'm trying to figure out the way to say this the nicest, but if you're waiting for success to come to you, does that sound like it's going to be a good way for you to go back to your wife and answer that question about hey, when are we going to get a new car? When are we going to be able to get the kids in private education, get a new home, or get that dream lake house that we've always wanted?
Just waiting.
Yeah.
Dude, the funny thing to me is that, and I didn't realize this growing up, and it dawned on me probably at this point, I don't know, years ago, but I was always like, why does Apple need to advertise an iPhone? Why does McDonald's need to advertise that they sell burgers? Why do these big companies need to advertise? Well, because they understand the power of advertising in disrupting your day, getting in front of you, and then capitalizing on that. So you got to realize that this is tried and true. We're not reinventing the wheel here. Big businesses sponsor big events. They want their name out there. They want to put billboards on the side of the road where you're going to be. Why? Because out of sight, out of mind. If you see them, it's just another impression. And it always takes multiple impressions typically to convert someone into an actual customer. We all get inundated with spam and just annoying ads and different things, but that's the world of marketing and advertising. You got to keep hitting people and hitting people and hitting people, and eventually they click and then they're drawn in. And that's a whole nother conversation realistically in terms of how many impressions it takes to convert somebody and whatnot. But my point is, the biggest businesses in the world advertise, even though everybody knows McDonald's is within 5 feet of them.
100%. And you know what? My friend Dennis, he's a personal trainer, Lifetime Fitness. He has X number of clients, and he still advertises and takes the new leads from the front desk for people that sign up and get the free health evaluation, and then you get a free 1 hour PT. And I said, why do you still do those? Why do you still advertise? And he does his own independent training and stuff like that. He trains his clients at Lifetime as well, outside of the leads that they gave him. And I said, why do you always advertise? He's like, because there's attrition. He goes, no matter what. He goes, clients fall off. He goes, I lose 1 to 2, 3 clients every month. Even he's a world-class trainer, but people just fall off. It's just attrition. You guys have customers, and somebody's son turned 16, and then their parents kick their butt out the door, go mow the lawn, and it's like they could save $1,000 a year, and this kid can go make a third of that with an allowance, or wants to buy a car. It just happens. So you always have to be advertising and being active in trying to grow your company.
I think we actually had a call the other day on this past Friday with a young man, and we'd said that you should always be playing offense because yes, referrals is what he was talking about. Hey, we've done business for 25 years or decades, and we've always had all of our business come from referrals. And I say that's great. That's awesome. Keep that up. You want to have nothing but referrals if you can. But what happens if that dries up?
Right.
Here's the thing. We always say, yeah, I've got referrals. I've never needed to advertise. Again, more power to you. But let me ask you this question. What happens if your referrals stop?
Yeah.
What do you do then? Oh, well, I'm going to start. Then I'll get a website. Then I'll get this. Then I'll start doing this. Okay, cool. Do you know how long it takes typically for your website to get up and running and for SEO to kick in? And yes, we do an amazing job and we get people up and running very quickly. We get leads on Google for our customers very quickly. But it also comes down to who's in your market,
right? Who's
spending money. Those are variables out of our control. So we can't guarantee that a website is up and running and getting you leads within, 2 months. It can take longer depending on the competition and what they're doing. So the point is, when your referrals potentially, maybe it's in a year, maybe it's in 5 years, dries up, and again, not that you want it to, or not that I want it to, but all that time you could have been proactively playing offense and building the foundation in the background, even though if you don't need it. Why do we have insurance policies? In case the day comes when you actually need it,
right.
You've got it.
Yeah, it's the good old build your well before you need it, dig your well before you need it, build your roof before you need it, dig your well before you need it. I mean, there's times in the opulence where we've all had a good last 5 or 6 years, and we're riding the coattails of a well economy. However, it's not the time necessarily to go out and buy a $75,000 diesel Duramax awesome truck. It's a great time to keep the same truck for just a quick minute. Go drop another 5, 10, 20 grand in your infrastructure with employees, equipment, website marketing, all that kind of stuff. And that way, if the economy does take a dip, okay, like things shore up a little bit, but you still are able to keep the goose that's laying the golden egg fed, right? And that is your leads. That is your marketing. That is everything that you have access to with traditional marketing and media, and then also digital media and digital marketing, right? And also a whole nother conversation is, maybe we can get, back on the show another time, but the reason I'm such a Gary Vee fan still is because he always talks about attention, right? And, website's great, traditional marketing and advertising is great, but the social aspect of getting people's attention, being in front of people, like you have to stay top of mind. You have to stay relevant. You have to continuously get those new physical fitness clients, right? Because if you're in front of people, if you're getting people's attention and people go, I want that guy, like even if the economy dips down and you can still stay top of mind for people and other guys are backsliding and they're not investing, right? And they said in 07, 08, 09, the companies that grew the most were the ones that didn't slash their marketing budgets.
Well,
and they kept, and by the way, let me interrupt real quick. And they kept reinvesting in their people.
Absolutely.
And everybody else in 07, 08, 09 that went flat or backwards stopped their employee trainings and leadership trainings, and they stopped their sales and marketing. It's a pretty well-known thing. Well, let's just dust off the cobwebs upstairs and say, hey, look, if we are going into a recession, depression again, or irregardless, this stuff is cyclical every 8, 9, 10, 12 years anyway. Like, don't get complacent thinking, no, man, I'm so awesome. Like, there's times, like Caleb Ballman says, one of my friends, he says, there's times when you're going to have to start selling work again. And we could be coming around that corner 3 months from now, 6 months from now, 1 year from now.
Well, I think as you look into the future, and if, a recession, depression is coming, and it doesn't matter whether it's now or in 10 years, whenever it happens, I completely agree with what you're saying. The market, the size of the market is going to shrink. Mm-hmm. And as a result, there's more people competing in that market. So let's say the pool is getting drained, but you still have 20 companies servicing that same pool. Okay, well, this is going to be where if you don't play offense, you're going to get outbid, or your competitors are going to get the attention more than you, especially if you don't have any of this in place. Right. You really are in behind the 8 ball because they're all playing, hopefully, offense, and you're not. So I agree. Your point about the companies that succeed are the ones that stay aggressive and continue to pump the machine, because if you don't, you're gone. Right. Nobody's going to know that you exist anymore. And that's just the game we play with marketing and advertising. There's no way around it. That is just business and how it is.
I love it. Let me give you the final thought. Anything that you're excited about? Anything you're wanting to share? I know you've launched another half dozen websites just in the last week or so, 2 weeks since I've been following you guys' Instagram page. If you guys want a website, SEO, marketing, you guys have all just questions of all the above. Go to brandedbullinc.com. There's a submission form. Tell them that we sent you. They'll save you $100 off a website. I'm telling you, I bought my own website. I love it. The packages nowadays are a couple bucks more than when I signed up 6 to 8 months ago. You guys have got 100 people in the queue, like literally. We're not even exaggerating. So you guys went from 0 to 100 very quickly, as they say. And I'm not even kidding. I'm super excited about what you guys are doing. I'm very excited for you, very happy for you. I know you guys will be back at LAL this year. I know you guys are evaluating a booth at Equip Expo this year. Equip's sold out, then sold out, then sold out for exhibitors. Not attendees, but exhibitors. And you guys are on that long list of people that want to get in on the show and meet all the lawn care community. You guys are really finding a niche there outside of all the other different genres and silos that you guys are in. So hopefully you guys will pull the trigger, and hopefully Equip Expo gets back to you and says, hey, we got a booth. You might be in the back 40 parking lot, but we'll get you there. But final thought, anything you want to lead these guys, any maybe latest success stories, and I'll give you the final thought and we'll button it up.
Absolutely. So a couple things. One, we are going to Equip.
Oh, you guys
did sign up. Yep.
Hey, way.
We'll
Okay.
be there in October. So
it's been like 2 weeks since I called you. I had a baby, so
I know, right?
we text in the family group chat daily, but I haven't get to caught up since we had that conversation a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, absolutely. So so it's going to be a fun time. We're going to go. We're going to have a booth, and so we invite everybody to come over. Whether you're a current customer and partner or not, dude, we're here to help. We're here to help everybody listening grow their business and make it what they truly want it to be. And so a piece of that is marketing, a piece of that is advertising. We are here to serve small businesses. That's what we've set up shop to do. And we love having the conversations just like this to teach people, why is it important that you need a website or a professional logo, or what is SEO, things of that nature. So one, we're going to be at Equip. We're super excited. Come say hi if you're there. Number two, guys, we are here to serve you and help you build your business and grow it into something you always dreamt it could be. So if that sounds like something that's interesting, reach out. Like you said, we're happy to help, happy to answer any of your questions, and just do what we do.
Give me a couple. Where can people find you, and then who's some of the recent guys that you guys have launched, and some great feedback, some great websites.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can find us, of course, on the website, brandedbullinc.com that you mentioned, Branded Bull on Instagram. In terms of people that we've launched recently, I know Dylan was on the podcast a little while ago talking about that. We launched his, and he said it looks amazing. It's awesome.
Dylan's is good.
Yeah, he never thought he would get something of that caliber, and it was a fun time getting to know about Dylan and his business and his goals and his dreams, but also delivering on it. So there's that. We're posting reviews every single day just to show people. We had another person reach out, Kyle from Hometown Landscaping, I think it is. I'm drawing a blank, but again, he said he had 60 leads in a matter of 2 months.
Dang.
Boom.
Hell yeah.
So we've got Evan, who's like, I was like, hey, how's the website going? He's like, it paid for itself like 30 days ago.
Yeah, like one
3
job.
weeks. Yeah,
one job.
Yeah, I was like, awesome. And so the traction is there, the people are there, the excitement is there, and like you said, we have quite a few people have reached out, and
I don't envy your workload. I'm like, God bless you.
It's a fun time. We're just here to help. So whatever that, however many people are on the queue, we're going to get to everybody.
See, I'm not on the receiving end of the machine. And I say that humbly, but like when I say, hey, buy this product or go here or whatever, respectfully, thankfully, awesomely, I just want to point people in the right direction of people that I know, like, and trust, people that are going to deliver, whether it's a product, a service, or whatever. Like Ballard, we had like 7,000 codes used last year. That adds up. And I appreciate every single person that bought a code, and we get a small kickback on that, obviously. So very, very grateful and thankful. It's not easy, but it's also not wild for Corey to fulfill 7,000 of my orders when he had 150,000 orders last year.
Sure.
But at the same point, when you're like, it's you and Lauren, and you guys are thinking about adding people to the team, and 100 people go your way, I'm like, hey, God bless you. It's like, I always say it's like the Terminator 2. He's in the lava pit going down with the thumbs up. I'm like, how's it going? And you're just like riding the chain into the fire
pit. You haven't responded to the text in a few days. Yeah, it's because I'm still working now.
You're working 12, 14 hours a day, man, getting this thing going. And you guys have a 5-month, how old is
almost 6.
6 months, yeah, Olivia right now. And she looks beautiful out front right now on the couch. Got to go play with the kids here. But any which way, I'm proud of you. I'm excited for you guys. I'm excited for you guys listening in. If you need a market, if you guys need a website, you guys need marketing help, ad help, SEO help, I really want you guys to know that even in 2023, I said this in the very first podcast that we did, it seems like everybody understands they need a website. But even today, it's still a challenge saying, where do I go? Who do I know? Who do I trust? Who gets me? Who gets where I'm trying to go? Like, that is the more pressing conversation than just saying, hey, who builds websites? I know dozens of people that build websites, but I don't know dozens of people that build a website like I want. And you got the vision right off the rip, and the vision that these guys are built, that are requesting, and you're getting it, and it's cohesive, and you get it, and they get it, and it's a beautiful thing watching it come together. And even more so, the business it's generating, that's helping these guys grow their companies, take care of their employees, take care of their families. That's what it's all at the end of the day. Yep. You get that, they get that, I get that, you guys listening in get that. And so if you guys need website help and so much more, reach out to Adam, brandedbullinc.com. Go to the submission form. Tell them that we sent you. You'll save $100 plus on whatever else is going on all the different services. And like Adam said, man, things take time to build. It's going to take you 60, 90, 120 days to get this thing up and running. So Wayne Gretzky, he was the number one scoring hockey player in the whole league. And people said, how did you score so much? How were you, quote unquote, so awesome, basically? And he said, I always skated to where the puck was going, right? So if you guys know that there's a recession out there, or if there's still a good economy out there, it doesn't have to be going down, it could be going up. And if it's going up, there's more opportunity. You need to get in front of that opportunity. You have to stay top of mind, be relevant. And that's called marketing, advertising. It's called SEO. It's called being out front in front of everybody else. Your final thoughts? Anything else you got to add on that?
No, I appreciate you having me on as always. And yeah, like always, guys, we're here to help, here to answer your questions. We've been doing this for over 40 years. Like I said, for big businesses, we're doing it for small businesses. And so as far as I'm concerned, to be completely honest, if you don't reach out and try to pick our brain and do something, you're missing out.
Yep.
We have a wealth of knowledge. We're just trying to share it.
Yeah. Amen to that. All right. Well, cool deal. Well, guys, that's what we got for you on today's show. We talked fast, but we're excited, as you guys can imagine. And I'm sure on the consultation, they'll talk a little bit slower and make sure that they understand you guys' needs. But nonetheless, we're excited about helping you guys grow successful companies. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, shoot at them a DM on Instagram. I know they're active there. They'll get back with you and then try to get you a consultation. By the way, I really love this part about you guys. It's that you guys understand that these guys are out there mowing grass, 7 to 7, I call it. There's many, many times I know you guys are doing consultations at 8, 9, 10 p.m. at night, Saturdays, and yes, even on Sundays. You're a small business. You want the business. You want to grow your company. You understand that these guys, I told you from day one, I said, their lifestyle is wild. I said, these guys are working sun up to sundown and they can't even contribute to building a website until 9, 10 o'clock at night sometimes. That's when I do all my most productive work. It's always after 10 p.m., believe it or not. And so you said, dude, that's no problem. We do this stuff all the time because we're all in it together, right? So I love it. All right. That's what we got for you guys in today's show. Appreciate you guys listening. Let's kick it back over to Marty, Mr. Producer. We'll button it up and we'll catch up with you guys here on the next episode.
When it comes to running a lawn and landscape business, there's always something to worry about. Are my drivers and crews doing their job? Are my clients happy? Are my trucks and machines safe? How can I make more money? Where can I save some money? With GPS Track It, you don't have to worry about it because our software gives you a level of clarity and control over your business that you've never had. From real-time vehicle and asset tracking and optimized routing to efficiency reports and more, reach your fullest business potential. Call 866-845-1410 or visit gpstrackit.com/BrianLM to get started. That phone number and special link are in the show description. GPS Track It. Hi, I'm Mr. Producer, and one more thing. If you're looking to stay up to date with the latest trends and insights in the world of lawn care, then you need our free email newsletter. It's delivered 3 times a week and includes a Monday motivational to kick off your week, a Wednesday what's new to keep you informed, and a Friday weekly recap of all the content we put out. Join our mailing list to stay connected to the world of lawn care and get exclusive access to the latest and greatest from Fullerton Unfiltered and Brian's Lawn Maintenance. Don't miss out on this opportunity to stay ahead of the curve and elevate your lawn care game. Sign up now with the link we've provided in the show description.
Thanks for taking the time to listen to the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast with Brian Fullerton. We hope you enjoyed this production. If so, please consider leaving us a 5-star review for the show. While the techniques and ideas presented here are designed to help you grow a more successful and profitable business, no one can guarantee these results for you. We want to emphasize that entrepreneurship is not easy, and the ideas presented here are just the opinions of Brian Fullerton and his respective guests. No one can guarantee success for you. That being said, we hope the ideas presented here help you and motivate you to go on out there and crush it with your own business.
Fullerton Unfiltered Podcast.
Thanks for listening, and we hope to see you on the next episode.
This has been a Brian Fullerton and Mr. Producer production.